Alright guys, it's now Thursday night. The first clip I showed you of them drummers was on Wednesday. We took a walk back down here again, had a couple beers at Beatniks, and that gentleman that was playing the guitar, he stops by there every so often. He takes requests. You can sing yourself if you want. You can play your own song. But he's working for a charity called Children Under the Bridge. He's been doing it for a few years. And what they do is feed the children under the bridge. In case you don't know, if you go down by any of the bridges here downtown, you're going to find kids. They're going to be trying to sell you things, begging for money. Some of them sniff glue and paint and other things, but his mission isn't to judge, it's to feed those children every single night. Make sure they get at least one good meal. And yeah. So, and that's what he does. So he does it for a charity. He doesn't beg. He just simply puts the sign up, sings the songs, and mentions it a few times during the sets. That's what he's working for. A very worthy charity. I believe they have a website. And you can donate if you want. They always appreciate donations. I will link it below in the comments if... Oh, no thank you. No, if I can find it. I should have got that information before I left. I failed to do so. That's my mistake. But I'll see if I can find it when I get home. Look it up. And all that. I think it's a very worthy cause. He's simply feeding homeless children. I can't think of a worthier cause than that, to tell you the truth. So, if you can, click the link, donate, and help out. Now, there's a somebody wanted to know about the website for the jobs that I was talking about in a previous video in Phnom Penh. I mentioned in the comment it is not a website, it's actually a Facebook group where a lot of the schools in Phnom Penh list their job postings, and there are tons of them. There are lots of them. I do not belong to that group because I do not live in Phnom Penh, and I don't know the link. I couldn't find the original post because the link to that page was listed in one of the comments about somebody looking for a job in Phnom Penh, and somebody linked that to help them out. But I don't have it, unfortunately. Yeah? Store? Okay. Man. So, anyway, I didn't have the link, but look around on Facebook, some of the groups. Look for Phnom Penh and teachers, jobs, things like that, and you will probably find it. I did look for the original post, but I cannot find it. But they will have lots of jobs available. I have an idea. I think she's hungry. I don't know what's going on. She's kind of a lightweight when it comes to drinking. She has one or two drinks, and she's yeah, I don't know what she was talking about there, but still. I don't think this music is going to be acceptable, so we'll walk down here. But as far as there being a shortage of jobs here in Siem Reap, or you know how things have changed and it's not as easy I guess you could say, to find one as it was before. Some of that is true. I mean, it's becoming a country where people find the ease of getting a visa and everything attractive, and the price is attractive, and they figure what better way than to teach for a living. But you also have to remember that there's well over 200 schools in Siem Reap, and if you asked, and I'm saying this not out of 100% knowledge, but I'm guessing if you asked most expats that are teaching or want to find a teaching job to name some schools, you will hear the same names over and over and over again, because the bigger international schools are the ones everybody wants to teach at, because they're established, they pay well, but they might also require a higher qualifications to teach, and they always have a backlog, a huge backlog of applications and resumes and, you know, things like that. But as I said before, you should actually really apply there. You never know when you can get a call. Could be 6 months after you show up. Maybe you're working in a smaller school. They're only paying you $700-800 a month, and you get a call all of a sudden out of the blue. Hey, this is so-and-so from one of the big international schools, and we want you to come in for an interview. We start out at $1,000 a month or something. It's not unheard of. So you should definitely still apply there, but do not discount the smaller schools along the way, the ones that don't advertise, the ones you might have never heard of, that even teachers here don't know of. You walk around, you take a tuk-tuk around, you just start looking for them, and there are schools almost everywhere. So yeah, while, like I said, while it might be partially true that the landscape is changing somewhat, it's not to the point of oversaturation as of yet. I don't think the market is oversaturated yet. I think it's possible, very doable, if you come over here prepared and hop on it as soon as you can. Just kind of stay ahead of the curve, because once job openings become available, it's very they fill up quite quickly. But if you stay ahead of that and you get your applications out there, and you email the schools that have email addresses that you can find a week, maybe 2 weeks after you fill in, or after you drop off your CV packet, that shows that you have a real interest in teaching there, and that you're willing to come in and do another interview. You're willing to do the work to get the job. That's always a good sign. So yeah, I think it's more attitude than a lot of people give credit for. Some people would say it's a matter of luck. Others just have this negative attitude that it's run down now. You can't do it. You shouldn't do it. And I don't believe that at all. Even if every single school here, even if they had every single teacher position filled, even if, and neither of those things are true, but if they did, if every single school had every single teacher position filled, you know, people are going to leave. They leave all the time. whether their contracts are over or not. They just might not show up one day. A school needs a teacher desperately. Or they might wait till the end of their contract, move on to another country. That happens all the time. So there's always opportunity. You just have to go out and find it. Now that's in no way a guarantee, but I'm saying your chances are much better of being successful if you get out there and actually do the work. I think a lot of people now, with the technology we live with, I think they're expecting like everything to be done through the internet, like it is back in the West, and that's just not the case here. You gotta come in, you gotta walk, you gotta sweat. You have to spend money on a tuk-tuk, but those are the things that need to be done, because even though we are slowly over here catching up with the technology, it's still a ways away before we're fully functioning with it here. Just good old-fashioned grunt work that's going to help you out when you first arrive looking for a job. Now, how soon should you really start looking for a job? Like, seriously? That is going to depend on your financial situation. How much money are you bringing with you? How much is your rent? How much are you spending each month? You don't want to get to the point where you're down to your last couple $100. Because remember, once you start a job, on the day you start, you still have a whole month before you will get paid. So keep that in mind. At least have 1 or 2 months backup cash, even after you find a job, to make sure you don't go broke while you're looking. But yeah, other than that, the best advice I can give is come over here and just enjoy the process. Don't think of it as a chore. You're getting out, you're seeing the city when you're looking for these schools. You're gonna find things that are amazing. Sometimes things that might break your heart. You're gonna find that too. You're going to get the idea of the vibe of the city, the whole vibe, from downtown where there's lights and noise and people having fun, all the way to the smaller neighborhoods where, you know, people are living in poverty. You're going to experience all that, and that's a good thing, I think. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that subject. I'll end this one here. And yes, I know somebody mentioned my night videos are not as good as my day videos. I know this. It's just, well, that's when I'm recording for the time being. So, ooh, oh, I'm glad he turned. So, you know, I know my camera is not good at night. Can't really see anything, but it's one of those things. I don't know what to say. I do what I can with what I got when I can do it. All right, I will talk to you guys in the peek out, make sure no motorcycles are coming. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.